The truth is, too many founders and investors feel like they've lost control. The more success they chase, the more the world's rules tighten around their necks like chains. They build empires, raise millions, yet somehow end up feeling trapped, like the game is rigged against them. Sound familiar? You're supposed to be the captain of your ship, but somewhere along the way, those waters got rough, and now others are steering. It's a slow, suffocating heartbreak, losing not just control over your money or companies, but over your very future. Every founder starts with a fire, a vision so clear it cuts through all noise. You're confident, driven, relentless. But somewhere between starting and scaling, the story changes. Outside investors demand seats at your table. Boards push agendas. The freedom that lit your path fades into endless compromises. You're no longer just building your dream. You're managing someone else's expectations. It's crushing. You feel like your voice is just noise in a room full of louder, more powerful players. That sharp sting of realizing you're not fully free, the freedom you fought for, feels like it slipped through your fingers. But what if you could take that power back? What if there's a way to reclaim your empire, and not just as an owner, but as a sovereign? This is where family offices come in, but not in the way most people think. Family offices aren't just another wealth management tool for the ultra-rich to park their money quietly. No, they can be the fortress, the command center that lets founders reclaim control over their lives, legacies, and futures, on their own terms. Imagine this. Instead of being a passive player in your own story, you become the pilot again. A family office gives you that chance. It's not about managing assets blindly or just following standard advice. It's about building a completely custom system, an extension of yourself, designed to protect your freedom, amplify your impact, and keep your vision alive, untouched by external voices that don't get you. This is your shield against the world that wants you boxed in, your sword to cut through the noise. Here's the brutal truth most founders don't hear. The biggest risk isn't market crashes, competition, or tech shifts. It's losing your core decision-making power. Because once that's gone, everything else unravels. A family office provides the infrastructure to hold and grow your wealth, yes, but far more importantly, it lets you build a legacy aligned with your values, with your mission, with the you that's impossible to copy or replace. It's about having a personal strategy that's as bold and unique as the journey that got you here. But building one isn't easy. It requires brutal honesty about what freedom really means, and fierce discipline to guard it. It demands ruthless selectivity in the people and partners you choose. Because a family office is only as strong as the network around it. You need those who see the world as you do, not trapped by old frameworks, not scared to challenge the game itself. Finding those rare people, fierce collaborators, who push you harder, who hold you accountable, that's what turns a family office from just a structure into a living, breathing ecosystem of power. Here's what most miss. This isn't just about money. It's about identity. It's about reclaiming who you are when no one else's rules apply. When you say no to being processed, no to little compromises that rob you day by day. When you design a system that works for you, not the other way around. This is the kind of freedom that fuels new ideas, bold risks, and radical innovation. When your financial infrastructure is a reflection of your inner fire, you don't just survive uncertainty, you shape it. Founders who refuse to settle, who refuse to live borrowed lives, know this instinctively. They are ready to burn the rulebook and build something new, something that doesn't just preserve wealth, but liberates the individual behind it. Family offices, when done right, hand you the keys. You become sovereign. Your will is the weapon, and the impact? It ripples beyond you. These new family offices aren't isolated about hoarding wealth. They build bridges to others like you. This is where misaligned brilliance finds alignment, where founders, investors, visionaries become more than the sum of their parts, building rare, fierce alliances that accelerate all futures involved. It's not a crowd, it's a select few, laser-focused, uncompromising in their mission. Through connection, unmatched power is created. What's vital here is patience. This kind of freedom, this level of control, it's a long game. It doesn't come from jumping on trends or chasing quick wins. It requires discipline to unlearn old habits, to question everything around you, to be critical of what's sold as standard. It's about building something that lasts, something future-proof. Eternity favors those who play it smart, who are in it not for moments, but for legacy. Here's a reality check. The world tries to sell you comfort as freedom. It smiles while it slowly chains you to convenience, conformity, and quiet desperation. But you don't have to settle for that. You're not here to play small. You're here to be exceptional. Family offices are not the end game. They are a launchpad. A radical act of taking back what's yours, your vision, your power, your future. Starting this journey means breaking free from old narratives. Forget what you were told about money management or success. Family offices aren't about fitting into existing systems. They are about rewriting them from the edges, from the bold few who refuse to compromise. When founders step into this role, they don't just protect their wealth. They become architects of a new reality, shaping how power is held, shared, and amplified. This path demands courage. It demands you face uncertainty, knowing you're shaping something unprecedented. It demands a refusal to fall back into safety nets or convenient illusions. But if you're listening right now, if this fire inside hasn't died, then you're ready. Ready to embrace a system built for you, by you, with those few who burn just as bright. This is about creating a network so autonomous, so aligned, it becomes untouchable by forces that seek to control. It's about forging strength through difference, turning contrast into synergy, to not dilute your truth, but amplify it exponentially. Think of this as reclaiming sovereignty over your life, not by battling the system head-on, but by building a new one beneath it, quiet, powerful, unstoppable, where your will is weaponized, your vision contagious, your legacy unstoppable. No one else will do this for you. No one else will fight harder to protect your freedom. This is about you taking the reins. No more bending, no more losing yourself to systems that never mattered. Family offices, the right way, are that revolution you've been waiting for. A chance to turn isolation into connection, chaos into order, potential into power. The question isn't if founders can take back control, it's when, and the answer is the time is now. Because the world is a fragile illusion, and freedom is a rare flame. It's time to spark a blaze that won't be extinguished.